Have you ever noticed that when someone says, no offense, you're guaranteed to be offended in the next 5 seconds? It's like a verbal jump scare. No offense, but your haircut looks like you lost a bet. Thanks for the warning. Anyway, speaking of things people pretend not to mean, let's talk about when someone secretly dislikes you. Because let's be honest, most people would rather fake a smile than admit they'd rather text their ex than hang out with you. Sometimes even your own mother hits you with a fake laugh just to keep family dinners civil. Here's the thing. Humans are terrible at hiding how they really feel. We try, we really do. We force a smile. We say, let's catch up soon, knowing full well that's code for, I will never speak to you again. We're basically walking, talking bundles of social anxiety and passive aggression. And you, yes, you, have either done this or had it done to you. Probably both. Maybe at the same party. So, how can you spot when someone's secretly not that into you? Here are 7 signs you're about as welcome as a group text from your boss on a Saturday night. 1. The smile that never reaches their eyes, also known as the customer service face. Have you ever noticed how some people smile at you with just their mouth? The eyes are dead. It's like the rest of their face is out of office. That's not a smile. That's a security system. Psychology calls this the Duchenne smile versus the fake one. Real happiness lights up those eye muscles. Fake happiness only works the mouth. Kind of like when you see your neighbor and remember you forgot to bring his package in for 3 days. If someone's giving you the customer service face, here's the truth. You're not talking to a friend. You're talking to someone who'd rather be anywhere else. Like literally, they'd rather be at the DMV. And we all know the DMV is where happiness goes to die. Relatable? Next time you say something and they flash you that tight-lipped smile, remember? They're imagining themselves in the witness protection program. But here's where it gets weird. 2. The delayed text response Olympian. You send a text. They reply, tomorrow, or next week, or maybe after the next presidential administration. It's not that they're busy, because you've seen them post 7 Instagram stories and like your ex's dog photos in the meantime. That's not a busy person. That's someone playing professional level avoidance. Psychologically, this is called passive distancing. People subconsciously put off interactions they don't want. It's like their brain is the world's worst Wi-Fi connection, only slow when you're trying to do something important. If you ever get a sorry just seeing this, at 2 a.m., they saw it. They just needed plausible deniability. The real translation, I would rather eat kale for breakfast than keep up this conversation. And you'd think that's the craziest part, but oh no. 3. The one-word reply artist. You write a paragraph. They reply with a single lol, sometimes not even a capital L. Look, nobody's expecting a novel, but if every answer is yep, sure, or my personal favorite, the cold-blooded K, you're not vibing. You're negotiating a hostage release. Here's the psychology. This is emotional disengagement. Their brain's way of signaling, I'm not investing energy here. Please let me live. You ever send a meme and get back a ha? Not ha-ha, just ha. That's not laughter. That's a 911 call. If this is already blowing your mind, I actually put together a full guide that breaks down all of these patterns step by step. It's in the description if you want to go way deeper on this. Okay, but the next one is the one nobody talks about. 4. The suddenly allergic to plans syndrome. You suggest meeting up, and suddenly they're booked. Booked for life. Oh, this week's busy, next week's tricky, and then I might be getting a haircut for the rest of the year. Psychologists call this avoidance coping. Instead of saying, I'd rather not, people invent more elaborate scheduling conflicts than Mission Impossible. It's like they're waiting for Tom Cruise to rappel from the ceiling and deliver their excuses. You ever notice the friend who's always just so swamped? Meanwhile, you see them tagged at brunch with someone else. It's not busyness. It's selective busyness. Now this one is going to personally attack about 90% of you watching this. 5. The backhanded compliment specialist. They say things like, wow, you're so brave for wearing that. Or, not everyone could pull off that presentation style. Translation, you look like a Picasso painting in a wind tunnel, and your slides gave them vertigo. This is the psychology of negging, using subtle put-downs to establish superiority or distance. They want to roast you, but keep just enough plausible deniability that if you call them on it, they'll act shocked that you took it the wrong way. If every compliment feels like a dare, you might be dealing with one of these. And if you've ever said, wow, you look so well rested, considering, congratulations, you're part of the problem. And you'd think that's the bottom of the barrel. But wait. 6. The phantom listener. You're talking. They're physically present. Mentally, though, they're at an all-you-can-eat daydream buffet. You explain a story, and they respond with a generic, "That's crazy," or the classic, "Wow, that's wild." They're not even pretending to care anymore. Their mind is watching reruns of The Office while you talk about your cat's gastrointestinal problems. Psychology calls this surface-level engagement. Humans are wired for reciprocity. If someone checks out, their brain is basically putting up a "do not disturb" sign. If you ever finish a passionate rant and get, that's something, congrats, you've been ghosted in real life. And finally, the one that stings the most. 7. The last to know treatment. Everyone got invited. You heard about it on social media. You are the proud recipient of exclusive, VIP, not invited status. This is the psychology of social ostracism. The cold shoulder's older, meaner sibling. People do this for a reason. Exclusion is the ultimate signal that, sorry, you're not in the circle of trust. It's not subtle, but hey, at least you don't have to pretend you like the group's taste in pizza toppings. If you've ever seen party photos and thought, my invitation must have gotten lost in the spam folder. Again, you may be onto something. So why do people act like this? Let's connect the dots with a little less sting and a lot more science. Humans hate direct confrontation. It's cognitive dissonance. Our brains panic when our words don't match our feelings. So instead, we invent social gymnastics, like the customer service face or the delayed response Olympics, to dodge awkwardness. It's like emotional parkour. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and deny. There's also projection. Sometimes people act cold because they assume you secretly dislike them. So now you're both at brunch, fake laughing at each other's jokes, both convinced the other is plotting their social downfall. It's mutual paranoia in high def. And then there's the Dunning-Kruger effect. Some folks are so convinced they're great at hiding their feelings, they don't realize everyone can see through them. It's like wearing sunglasses at night. Not only do you look suspicious, you're walking into walls. Look, everyone has done some of these. Me, you, Mother Teresa. The trick is to recognize the pattern before you end up at a party you weren't invited to, texting "ha" to someone else's story. So next time you catch a customer service smile, or you get ghosted faster than a haunted house on Halloween, just remember, you're not crazy, it's psychology. Look, if you actually want to get better at reading people, not just watching videos about it, I put together a complete guide called the Human Behavior Code. It breaks down every pattern, every signal, every trick we talked about today, plus a ton more. It's all in the description below. Less manipulation, more opportunity, money, and better relationships. And even if you just want to keep watching free videos, hit subscribe. I drop new psychology breakdowns every week. Which of these personally attacked you the most? Let me know below. And remember, if you get the customer service smile, at least you know you're getting professional grade rejection,